bought something because it was cheap only to realize that you have to keep replacing that item again and again? At some point, you come to realize that that cheap item that you keep rebuying isn't actually cheap because it's costing you that money over and over, and the time that you're spending shopping and the headache of having to replace it. You would have definitely saved time and frustration if you'd have just bought something a little nicer, a little better quality right off the bat, even if that meant you had to wait a little while or save up for it. Once that clicked, and once I started thinking about how that applies to my storing of my money, I realized that I needed to make a change. And that's what I want to talk about today. Buying better rather than buying more. One of the easiest ways to waste our money is to constantly keep buying really, really cheap stuff that we have to replace. The cheap shoes that wear out in 6 months, the clothes that fall apart, those household items, you know, like the really cheap whisk where the handle just pops off in the middle of trying to bake something. It's so frustrating. Over time, these small, low quality purchases just drain our budget and our sanity because we have to continually keep shopping for things. So today I want to talk about a mindset that has simplified my life and helped my budget and helped me be a better steward, and that is buying better rather than buying cheap and buying more. Here at It's All His, we talk about managing money, getting out of debt, sticking to our budgets, and living below our means. We do it all through a biblical lens. We want to steward all of God's money well. We want to learn to manage everything that God has given us with wisdom, responsibility, faithfulness, and gratitude. If that sounds like the kind of content that would encourage you, I upload here at least once a week. So please hit that subscribe button and join the community. I would love to help you be a better steward, and I would love your encouragement to help me do the same. Today, I want to talk about something practical that has a lot to do with stewardship, and that is the difference between buying more cheap stuff versus buying less stuff that's a better quality. Now, I get it. There is something very appealing about a low price. I love a good sale. I love a good thrift find. I am all about, getting the most bang for your buck. But when we gravitate toward the cheap, the poorly made, the trendy, we end up buying things that are just not going to perform well in the long term. And that is going to end up costing us more money. Now, I'm not saying there is not a place for, maybe grabbing a cheap, trendy top that isn't going to last you past this year because it's probably not even going to be something you want to wear. And that's okay to do those things in moderation. But if your closet and your drawers are jammed full of clothes that you got really, really cheaply that you don't want to wear anymore, and they're just taking up space and clutter, and now you have to figure out something to do with them and it's overwhelming you, you've spent more money and you don't have peace. You might be better served with some higher quality pieces, fewer of them, that are more classic, that will last you for years and years. The cheaper items, they stretch out, they tear, they don't wander well, they break in the kitchen or around our house. And before you know it, you feel that need again to replace it. So you're left with just a bunch of junk where you want to have like a yard sale or donate it to the thrift store. You're looking at piles of clothes or drawers full of kitchen items that you're always seeking to replace. And that's just money that you're throwing away. You're spending more, thinking that you're saving, you're actually spending more as you rebuy and repurchase these lower quality things than if you just bought the nicer thing right off the bat. The thing that you'll enjoy wearing more or using more or that will perform better. The cheap option didn't actually end up being cheap. And there was nothing else that was beneficial about it either. Now, we have to do this within reason, within wisdom, and within our budget. It doesn't mean that if you need a purse, you buy a Louis Vuitton purse. If that doesn't fit your budget, if that isn't wisdom. You might be tempted to buy the $20 purse that's gonna fall apart and not wear well and you're gonna wanna replace. But maybe the wise thing would have been to buy the $120 purse that you will love and that you will take care of and that will look good for years to come. That one bag might just be so much more fun to carry and wear with your outfits, and you might just enjoy the quality more, and it might replace all of the other $20 bags that you're going to buy through the years that you're going to end up just donating to the thrift store. And that's just bags. I mean, we can talk about this with all kinds of other pieces of clothing, kitchen gadgets, furniture, garden tool, all the things. My point with this is that you have to kind of pick that, what is the better quality piece for you based on where you're at budget-wise. You don't want to say, well, I'm just being really wise, I'm going to buy this, $500 pair of jeans, when really for you, the $100 pair of jeans, that's the good quality pair for your budget right now. So think about it that way too. There are different levels of quality, and not everything, just because it has a big price tag, is actually going to be a better performing product. It's important to read reviews and think through what works best for you. Clothing is a great example of this because we all have different bodies and things fit us differently. You might find a particular maker of jeans that really works well for your body, and that might be the ones you want to buy. They might actually not be the most expensive pair you can even afford, but you like how they fit and you like the company or you like the shipping or whatever it may be, and now you found the pair that is the better quality. So you're going to purchase a couple pairs of those rather than keep repurchasing trendy pairs from Walmart or Target or wherever. Doing this helps us to think long term. It helps us to think through something that's going to last for a while and knowing that we're making a much better investment of our money and our time. It requires us to be thoughtful and careful and slow down on our purchases, but that's what a wise steward does. A lot of our small purchases are made quickly. They're influenced by something that we've seen online. There are things we didn't even intend to buy, but we were, walking through the store and saw that item and thought, oh, it's only $10. But then we end up never using it or it breaks. One example that I always come back to is a whisk that I have had for over 20 years because I got it before my son was even born and he's about to be 20. This whisk is, I'll put a video of it in here. This whisk is from Pampered Chef. It was a very nice quality piece of kitchenware. I have had other whisks since that I've picked up at different places that have all since broken. But this one whisk has just lasted me and it is still going strong. It cleans well, it stores well, it works every time. This was an expensive whisk at the time. It probably still is compared to the ones you could grab at Walmart or the dollar store or wherever. But it's a good whisk and it's lasting. I have no reason to think that this whisk will not be with me until I die. When we talk about stewardship here on this channel, we are talking about managing everything that God gives us. That's our money, our possessions, our time, peace of mind, the space that he gives us. When you buy better and not more, you're being thoughtful with all of those resources. You're spending less money overall. You're simplifying your life and the space that you live in. It's not cluttered. It's not overwhelming. And you get to enjoy the stuff that you're buying. It feels nice to wear that quality pair of jeans that fits you well. It feels nice to not have the handle snap on your kitchen gadget or to be able to find the kitchen gadgets because your drawers aren't just stuffed full of all this items you've accumulated over the years. We can focus on owning fewer things, having less craziness, having less clutter, and these will be things that will serve us better for the long haul. And that's just why stewardship. But the other thing that buying better, not more does is it helps us to exercise self-control and patience and to deny that fleshly desire for instant gratification. You might decide, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to buy that nicer pair of jeans. But I have to take another paycheck to save up that money. So I don't get to have them today, even though I really want to buy something right now. I'm going to figure out what I want. I'm going to know exactly what it is. And then I'm going to save up for however long it takes. And then I'm going to get that thing. That is a good stewardship practice that we can implement over and over again that will save us a lot of money and result in us doing a lot less impulse shopping. Sometimes buy better, not more means just saying no to buying something until you can actually afford to buy the thing that you know is the better quality and is more likely to last. A well-made pair of shoes that's gonna last you for 5 or more years rather than having to replace those every 6 months. The kitchen tool like my whisk that will last for decades. That classic piece of clothing you feel amazing in rather than something trendy that's going to be donated at the end of the summer. When you start thinking about purchases this way, you realize that quality purchases are actually the more frugal purchases long term. Another really important aspect of making the buy better, not more stewardship practice work for you is taking really, really good care of the items that you have. So we don't wear our nice new t-shirt to do the gardening. We wash our clothes and maybe we air dry them, or we wash them with gentler detergents, or we wash them less frequently. We make sure to be careful about doing maintenance practices to different tools or appliances that we may have in our home. We just take really good care of the stuff that we have. And that in and of itself is another aspect of stewardship. We're willing to put in the work to make that item last longer and serve its purpose longer. And that is frugal because that's less money that you have to spend. This used to be really normal. People took care in cleaning things properly and storing things properly and expecting things to last them for a really long time. But fast fashion and cheap stuff from overseas, this makes it so that we can have brand new stuff quickly in our hands. It can be delivered from Amazon to my door same day sometimes. And that's really, really tempting. And you combine that with our social media lives and all of the people telling us that we need to buy all of these cool things that they're showing in the reel or whatever. And it's hard to say no to those things. So this has to be an active mentality. This has to be a way that we think about stewarding overall. When we take good care of what we own, we are stretching every dollar that we're spending. We're making those purchases worth it, and we are being really careful stewards. Having less stuff means less clutter, less closets and drawers overflowing, and that simplicity brings immense amounts of peace to your heart, your home, and your finances. Less replacing, less spending, less shopping time, less having to manage all of this stuff. That leaves you more margin for the things that really matter, whether it's in your bank account or in just your peace of mind and your home. So the next time you think about buying something, pause and say, do I really need to buy more of this thing? Am I being tempted just because it's cheap? Or could there be something better that I should research, think, pray, save, and wait to buy? But that's gonna last me longer and just be a better use of God's money. It's not about just having fancy stuff, but being a wise steward of what God has entrusted you with. I would love to hear how you might implement this today, or if you have any pushback. Maybe there are some exceptions to this that I haven't thought about. I'd love to engage with you in the comments, so go ahead and leave me a comment down there. And if this kind of content motivates you and encourages you, click that subscribe button and follow along for more. And I will link you over to this playlist next, where we can talk more about managing God's money well. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.